Hi guys, Doga here with a new video, and this video we're going to talk about Feral Druid in raids. And I did my first raid of Feral Druid since 2019 pretty much. I did play Feral Druid a bit, but I swapped very quickly to Boomkin because my guild asked me to swap to Boomkin, and that was back in the day, 2019. And then I stayed Boomkin till the end of Classic, or till I stopped playing pretty much. Because I was running in a guild where we had a lot of casters, they wanted the crit, especially in AQ, where Ignite was something very, very prevalent. So it was fun while it lasted, but now I decided to raid as a Feral Druid. So every single raid I'm going to do from now on will be as a Feral Druid, or at least I will try to. And I will explain my experience and how I feel like the damage is in general. So as you see, we're going to clear a bit of trash. I did a bit of footage for this video, but really I'm going to talk besides the video. So if you want to watch something, you can also watch it. We're going to do Shazra, and I'm going to pump a bit of the DPS there. But as you may see, I have full world buffs, full consumes pretty much, except like fire waters, which again I'm not like very well geared. Like in my opinion, I'm not geared optimally yet because I feel like I need the hit, still need the hit, and I still need a trinket besides my like PvP trinket. So we have like the 2% crit. I would like to have Hoj. I think I can solo Hoj it, but I'm not sure about it. But we'll have to see. If solo farm the Hoj. If I have to have a rogue with me, I can always have that. Why not? But it would suck to lose Hoj to a rogue. So it is what it is. I think it's more useful for a rogue than for a feral druid, but still, I did farm MCPs. So MCPs is not really that hard to farm. I will even say that it's super easy to farm. I do it in 3 minutes per run, so you have like a lockout literally for 40 or 30 minutes. So you can do whatever you want after it. You can also log on another character, or you can just like do other stuff like PvP in Ironforge and then come back once you are not locked anymore. And the drop rate isn't that bad, but I got like very lucky. Like I had like 8 MCPs versus 2 of those like shitty boots that you get from the boss. But it was fine. I liked it. So what is the principle of Feral Druid DPS? Well, first and foremost, you need to at least have 8% hit, I think, or like 9% for your white hits. I think you just miss anyways, because is it seen like dual wielding? I don't know. But I know that you kind of need the hit for the shreds to not miss anymore. And you don't have any weapon skill, which kind of sucks. In retrospective, I thought like it was going to be a blessing to have nothing that you have to take into account, like gearing wise. But really, the damage, like you see on Shazra, is not half bad. Like I think I ended top 3 in my DPS, which is actually very, very cool. Like top 3 here, we have 20k DPS. Of course, the Fury Warrior that is very well geared is doing 1.3k DPS. But I beat rogues, I beat hunters, I beat like everyone on this boss. Of course, it's a pug, so obviously it's not optimized well. We didn't have a lot of warriors in our group, but I had a lot of fun. The DPS is actually not half bad. What I did is power shifting. I have a power shift macro, which is very easy to use, and you will have also, and you need probably a cancer form macro to be able to just go human form without like power shifting every single time, or you have to have a separate feral druid icon. But I prefer to have like just a cancer form because it then works for everything, for bear form, for travel form, for everything. Um, I think the one thing I kind of noticed is I have fun while raiding because your DPS rotation is actually very engaging compared to, let's say, a mage, a warlock, or even like a, I would say hunter is fine. If you can melee weave, it's actually very fun. But you have a lot of classes that have like not great DPS or not great rotation, and you have obviously the great rotation, which is warrior. In my opinion, is also quite fun because it's engaging. You have multiple buttons you can press, and then you have Feral Druid where you have to power shift, shred, power shift, shred, for example, depending on how much energy you have. It's quite fun. You have your MCP, you press it and you get like a 50% haste, which is like one of the biggest increase you can have as a Feral Druid. If you could actually like have it as well for warriors, it would be literally the weapon that you would use every single time, but you cannot really swap away from that weapon, so it's not effective enough. Here we were doing like some bear tanking in Sulfuron, so I had like bear like duty, which kind of sucks for my DPS and for my overall performance. But I think it's fine. It was fun. I think like most of my parses were around the 80-85s, which is actually very good for someone that didn't like have full consumes, because again I didn't have fire waters. I didn't have any sappers, which I think if I have sappers, it kind of goes a long way, because a lot of the feral druids that are like top parsers do use sappers, and I also don't have the hit. I do miss a lot of my abilities, even though like I don't know, I have 5% hit, I think, or 4% even. It's terrible, right? And the issue with feral druid, because of the weapon, like the weapon skill, like I said, it's something you don't notice if you're like playing a warrior with like, let's say, sword and you're a human. But if you are feral druid, you have no weapon skill that you can actually work around to get like no glancing blows or little to no damage penalty. Because glancing blows will happen, but the more weapon skill you have, the lesser the glancing blows become. Being able to have a glancing blow and still have 95% of your damage if you have like 308, for example, is a big win, because every single time you're going to glancing blow, it actually doesn't matter. It's like if the enemy has a bit more armor, pretty much. But as a feral druid, you don't have anything to work around. That's why it is actually it's not very good in scaling. Most of your abilities also like, and here I didn't have my wall buffs, but whatever. Um, I also think that if you want to perform well as a feral druid, you have to go the extra mile, which I'm fine. The MCPs, you have to power shift, you have to have full consumes from wall buffs, but you still don't scale very well compared to a warrior, because all your abilities pretty much scale with like your feral weapon, and your feral weapon are your claws pretty much, and those are not scaling with anything else than AP. And AP is not the best, like it scales, but it's not the best scaler. Like for example, Arms Warrior can do okay DPS in MC, but come to AQ, Bloodthirst is just doing more damage than Moral Strike, no matter what weapon you have. You can have even Might of Menethil, that doesn't really change anything, because the EP is going to be superior to 2k, which is even superior than an Execute. So it's not great for Arms Warrior, and it is even worse for Feral Druids, because you have nothing that can actually like, you cannot change a weapon to make it even better, right? While an Arms Warrior can actually change his weapon to, like, let's say, a Might of Menethil in Nax, you will see some drastic changes in your DPS with More Strike, with your Cleave, for example. Heroic Strike kind of sucks as an Arms Warrior, because you don't gen Rage because of it, so it kind of sucks. While, for example, Heroic Striking as a Fury Warrior, you still have your offhand that's still weapon swings, and can you actually regen a bit of a Rage for you. But in general, the issues that Feral Druid has are very unique, and you could say that it actually also affects Hunters, because Hunters has the same issues where all their abilities are like weapon damage abilities, or literally just no scalers, or like AP scaling, spell power scaling, which kind of sucks. For example, Serpent Sting, Arcane Shot, whatever. Those are like spell power scaling instead of attack power scaling. So if it actually had attack power scaling, I think Serpent Sting would be a great ability, but it's not the case, right? Until like very late, like in later expansions, pretty much. So right now, Feral Druid, I have a lot of fun. The issue I see right now is that I don't actually need gear from MC, and that's my alt. So it does mean that I don't really see myself like raid every single week once I have my Band of Akuria pretty much, because the only item I kind of miss right now is Band of Akuria. I would say to a lesser extent, if I have like the hit and I'm like overflowing of hit, Quick Strike Ring is actually a very good ring. Obviously, it is a good replacement to the AV ring that you would have pretty much. But that's like again a bit further down the line where I don't need the hit. So right now I have the tarnished ring and I have the AV PvP ring, so I still have like 2% hits from my rings, but I still need my True Strike shoulders, for example. I still need Oni neck, and even then I don't have the hit. I think I think I need the braces, the hit braces, but then I kind of lose the sick 24 strength braces from MC, which already have it on. So I have like only 3 pieces of loot where I can actually get it in MC, and that's the 24 strength, 8 stamina bracers. I don't remember the name anymore. I think it's Berserkers. No, it's not Berserker, but whatever. It's like something like that. I already have it, and I have like Band of Akuria. Excuse me, and Quick Strike Ring. So those 2 rings I could get, but besides that, once I have it, I don't need like to go MC anymore. One thing I'm doing though right now for DRUID is like literally go all in on PvP ranking gear, because first and foremost, 20th of March we have a PWL, and then you have 4th of April, 3rd of April, I don't remember anymore. The PvP ranking is going to be again upgraded, so you could actually go to rank 12, rank 13, which my goal is rank 13. I don't really need rank 14. I think that's, yeah. I mean, if I don't have like a better spell power mace or whatever, I could always go for the dagger. Why not? But I don't know if I really need to, because obviously if at one point I want to go boomkin, it's pretty easy. I go do SR raids and that's it. There's also AQ, AB coming out, and if I do the rep, I could also get the weapons there, which is also very good because it has armor. So it's very good for boomkins actually. But in general, I'm going to go to rank 12 or rank 13, and those pieces of gear are really awesome. I might make a video about it, about the pieces you could go for if you are playing a Feral Druid in phase 3. But again, the main issues are the itemization is really bad for Feral Druids. You don't have any strength on it, any agility on it, and any intellect on it on those BDOBL pieces that people cannot skip over it. Like, it's only like stamina, attack power, sometimes a crit on it, don't even have hits on it. I don't know. I feel like they didn't think about Feral Druids when they made itemizations for MC, which is, I think, fine because it's vanilla, obviously. But yeah, that kind of makes it for a lot of situations where Feral Druid could be one of the best, if not the best DPS because of power shifting MCPs, to right now a okay DPS in MC and getting pretty much outscaled the further we go. The one thing I'm seeing is like at Veil you can actually have a lot of DPS because of how the mechanics work. So there is that, and obviously a Druid is always going to be needed because of Mark of the Wild. And at one point, if you're doing AQ, BDWL with the weaknesses, if you have Nature or Arcane, you could actually just spam those 2 abilities and do a huge amount of damage and help your raid to progress on the next bosses, obviously. So, yeah, I look forward. I think I look forward more about Warrior. Like, pretty much, like, my Warrior is, like, really stacked, and I look forward to the weapons from a BDWL. Still BRE slipping through my fingers pretty much. I am in a guild doing wall bosses, which is pretty fun. I wish we had a bit more luck with EDs, which is the Imperial, the mace, this attack speed mace from Kazakh. That is something that warriors kind of need if you really want to progress until next. But yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean, I'm okay with not having the mace if we can have like good weapons from BWL, and we have also rank 14 gear, so there is like also the safe picks, like weapon picks that you can have from that ranking system. So I have a lot of fun. I'm going to show you the last thing, which is basically me tanking one of those flame wakers or whatever, and it actually is very cool because obviously the threat from a bear is actually very decent, especially with MCP. Whenever I'm up a MCP, I'm good. So I like it, and I think tanking as a druid is fun, especially in dungeons, but like in raids, I found it's also quite fun. But because you don't need to like a lot of gear. Obviously, you need fire resistance because of frag, for example. But on a lot of on a lot of bosses, you could actually tank with a pure DPS gear, and that's quite fun. And the TPS, once you have like a MCP popped, is actually very cool. So I like it. So yeah, I think we're going to start with the boss very soon. And ranking wise, I'm very happy. It's very smooth. I'm going to be rank 10 this Wednesday, and next week I'm going to go for rank 11. Pretty slowly. I could actually go for still rank 10 and do like double, but it depends on how much how it's called, on how much honor I need for 2 weeks of grind to rank 11. We'll have to see. Here you see, like tanking wise, I barely lose any HP, and that's like fun. I think bear form is really sturdy compared to a warrior, especially my warrior is like seems like paper to a lot of the bosses, but like it is one of the safest to tank with. I feel like very safe. I can do whatever. I replace my MCP even just in case, like if the boss fight is a bit longer. And once I have the MCP available, I might just pop it again. But overall, the TPS, which is the thread per minute, the thread per second, is actually very high, which is always fun to play. And yeah, let me know what you think about like feral druids in tank, like in raids. Do you also like feral druid in PvP? I will make a video about PvP very soon. Might do that back to back. I don't know, but like I've tested all the how it's called, um, all the builds, pretty much like all the talent builds, like in 2019. But now we have like dual spec, so it's a lot easier. In general, I believe like I have like a favorite one that I like to play. Like I have a top two, and then I have like a big dislike about like a specific one. But I'm going to talk about it a bit later down the line. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.